You told me not to leave it all behind. I guess that's what I've done. And now I don't feel the way that I should feel inside. It's time to let it go. We started out strong, into the end. You gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. We started out strong, into the end. You gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. You gave me something. Although it hurts, I know that you're the reason I feel down. It's time to let it go. 'Cause we don't work, and I'm tired of trying to turn it all around. I'm rising from it all. We started out strong, into the end. You gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. We started out strong, until the end. You gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one.
Hello everybody. Welcome back to Falador. I hope you can actually hear the music this time. It says you should. For the record, I never intend to not have music. Right off the bat, I'm hit with that challenging name. It's like, C. Jure. Something like that. Maybe I'll get it someday. Ryan, Kenneth, Brennan, welcome. What music? Okay, there's no way. It's pretty loud on this end. I don't know about you guys. What's the goals and stats? So I got this fancy goals. Okay, you're kidding. Okay. Ah, scared me. Yeah, for the goals, eventually, if Nightbot decides to get his paycheck. Oh no, Nightbot. He's been out drinking. Anyway, the goals we have left. We've got 88 farming for the Valley Elite. We have 87 magic to boost to cast Teleother Camelot. And we have Tangle Root. And until recently, we also had 43 crafting, but this is where the stats part comes in. I finished my lamping goal of getting 20, and then I was able to cut all my gems and get to 45. So crafting is off the list now. Just dealing with the big bad boys now. So I don't know how to summon Nightbot. Let me see. I probably have to like re-add him or something. Oh well. Nice shield. Thank you, thank you. If the shield is new to you, then the helm would definitely be new to you. Oh, I also got 75 farming yesterday? 2 days ago? Something like that. So now I don't have to boost for my magic trees. As you can see, I'm at like getting close to 57 million WoodCut XP. And for the spreadsheet, right now, banked, assuming everything lives, I'm at 59.3% banked. And with assuming I'm only using normal compost, I'd be at 48.3% banked. So getting there, getting there. I saw a question about forestry. Yeah, I got it from a mystery box. It's one out of like 1900 something. Am I having fun? Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would put in 5,000 hours to an account if I wasn't having fun. Will forestry speed up your grind? That is a good question. I don't know. It kind of depends on how they implement the forestry kit, because there's a very low chance that I can actually get one. So, like, I would have to have an alt with the forestry kit, and I could interact with some of them if there are some events that don't require an item from a forestry kit. I think there was one that sounded like it would give you more seed nests, so maybe. As for like, without the events, I don't really know if it does much for me. I suppose I could bring some alts here to cut with me, or we could have some group wood cutting to speed it up a little bit. Very little. I know you get asked this a ton, but have you decided if you'll backlog the Tangle Root? Oh yeah, and Brennan's right on top of it. So at the somewhere in my last episode, can't remember, it's been a while, I mentioned that right now the plan that I'm leaning towards is if I don't get the Tangle Root by 88, at that point I've already had like a 12.5% chance of getting the Tangle Root. And I will have spent a very long time already. And a lot of people go very dry, so I'm leaning towards backlogging it until I get another patch, then give it another shot. That's just kind of a special kind of pet, you know? It's like one that's kind of time gated, and I also have like only one patch. Whereas like people grind for it on using all the patches and get to 200 mil XP and stuff, and so it's Just kind of a special pet, you know? Feels kind of crummy, but I mean, it's kind of the reality of my rule set and my start chunk. It's just... Yeah, check it out. It doesn't do me a whole lot of good in this chunk, but it is red. Why am I chopping oaks? I'm chopping a lot of oaks, actually. And I'm chopping them because they have really... Okay, so I need bird's nests, and a chance at a bird's nest is rolled every time that you get a log. So I want to get the most frequent logs. That's the goal. And oak trees fit that bill better than willow trees that I could grow, or normal trees, which I'd have to run around. So I just sit here and I woodcut and pick up all of the seeds. Iconic, I know. I'm not sure of like the best fashionscape to go with it because I have nothing else red. How many bird's nests am I at? Let's go take a look at the tab I have. Oh, also I think the RuneLite plugin's still broken, so there's no like fancy shading and stuff. But let's see. So this is what I'm at right now in terms of seeds. If you want to look at like historically how many seeds I've had, you can look at the spreadsheet, which is linked in the description. That'll show you how many I've had live and die of each type. If you want just bird's nests, I have this many bird's nests. 30, almost 3 mil. Alright, I gotta grab this. Sorry. Okay. I have almost 200 bird's eggs. That's kind of cool to see. Not even to the right of one of the pieces, but anything else to note in here? Not really. Just gonna go over everything in case I miss something. Well, I did finally get a unique from a easy clue. It's pretty useless, but I got it. I'm almost at a white stack of feathers. I kind of want to go back to guards to get a white stack of iron bolts too. Maybe that'll happen someday, I don't know. My runes took a huge hit because I leveled up my stuff. You know I can't do that. I was so close to hitting 1k Ranars too before I stopped the Drunken Man. Yeah. So that's what it's looking like right now. But I think the spreadsheet tells a better story than the bank. Nuts numbers. It is a little absurd, but these accounts in general are kind of absurd. Have I been having problems with the servers? Yes, I have, Ryan. Today I was gonna update my stats in my spreadsheet. I do that by logging off, and then I press the button and it pulls the data from the high scores. So I log off, and then as soon as I start trying to log back on, I'm like, oh no, this was a mistake. What have I done? So I lost like an hour of chopping today or something, but What do I need to unlock Mole? Well, if I had a light source, I would be able to kill him right now. Well, I'd have to find a way to kill him a lot. But I don't have a light source in this chunk, and it won't let me even try going down there without a light source. So, Mole is postponed until I have a light source. Which, it would be pretty cool if they added, like, some kind of candle to, like, the Beekeeper random. But you can't, like, interact with any of the beehives in there. Like, you can't even examine them. It's kind of odd. What goals do you still have? Been so long since your vid, I forget. Now this is where Nightbot would be awfully convenient if he would show up. But right now I still have 88 farming, 87 magic, and Tangaroo is still hopeful, but unlikely. Oh. I do want Sherlock. A Beefkeeper random. The best. Oh. Thank you, thank you. How much longer do you think it's going to take to finish the chunk? That's a good question. Let me check my spreadsheet what he's saying. So right now it thinks that if I go at this current rate I've been going since August, I should have all my seeds banked by the end of September, assuming that none die. Assuming that only 65% survive, I'd be finished with collecting all of them by sometime in December. But that doesn't include the grow time, so there'll be, I think right now I have like 3 months of grow time stored up or something like that. But I do have to spend some time actively getting runes for 87 magic too, so it'll be sometime probably first half of 2024. We still probably have another year, is my guess. Buzz is doing fine. No small grind. No grind too small. Yeah. That's what I meant to say. What imps do I care for? Essence and Earth. I really appreciate your luring. That's very nice. Your dedication is to this is right up there with Limpert, and we love you for it. Thanks, Ryan. Where'd the new drip come from? So, this... Okay, I'm right on top of this thing. He's not supposed to be here anyway. One sec. There we go. So this fancy helmet came from a mystery box. I don't remember how long ago it's been. Maybe like a month? No. Yeah, about a month probably. It's like 1 out of 1900 or something. It's my only way of rolling the rare drop table. And we got that. 7 times rarer than a stale baguette. Oh, I did? Good. I did see his update on the death chunk that he talked about. And I think, like, yeah, it's good. You should probably try to do your grinds, but like the grinds, like his with his setup, a death chunk is like 2 years, something like that. Whereas like with Verf's or mine, it's like our setups are just like we can hit a death chunk that takes literally like 7 or 8 years statistically. And I mean, I'll just say it's a lot easier to say that he'll do anything from his position than from one of ours. But I do agree that it is very annoying when series claim they'll do something and then they change their mind. It's very annoying, yes. Yeah, it's my RuneLite saying, oh yeah. Congrats to my Chiefs. Sorry for your birds. Hey, goth guy. Yeah, I know. I'm so excited for Verve to be finished with this chunk. I'm also excited for his next video. Ooh, 990 Brimmy keys. Ooh, that's a heckin' lot. Hey, Sardoman. It's going just fine, just fine. Figured I should probably stream, remind people I'm alive. I have to be reminded sometime. Hey, new kids. Welcome, welcome. You haven't watched Verf's yet, but it looks good. Yep. His first chunk is Current Castle, and it is pretty crazy. But, I've been watching his streams, so I'll just say that. It's exciting. Zero dusk pieces. Some negative energy, Skevin. And we went over this last time. Oh, yeah. I used to know. World? I don't even know. 485 apparently. Yeah, I know we went over it. I just can't remember. My instinct says Skeven. I know you like gave me the etymology and everything. Is that the right word? Because I felt really smart. Etymology. Yeah. Well, changed throughout history. I don't know about that. Hey, Ojo. I take that you are Ojo. That's a pretty sweet cape. That is... I don't know if I've ever seen it untrimmed, honestly. Wow. Pretty close with hit points. Wait. You have 99 fire making. Oh, you could do a trick, can't you? Yeah, okay. Still pretty sweet, though. Congrats on your cape. Well, suddenly a lot of text. Hardcore man woodcutting rank. Let me see. I think I was at like 35, 34, 34 right now. And it's going to be a couple mil till I get to 33. So I'm going to stop looking at it for a while. What chunk would you have picked other than the chunk I'm currently in? I had considered Varrock, but I thought it would be a little too easy. Because really the only difficult things would be the pets. That was the main other one. Looking at other chunks now, I've kind of been thinking some other ones would be fun. I saw, I don't know if he's on. Yeah, this Chunkaroni fella. He's in Port Khazard. He's a Supreme. So that's, I just think it's fun watching people try the Supreme. Have I watched Morbius 2022? I have not. Hey Brendan, thanks for the 1999. Hey boss, sorry I can't say have a game of Dungeons and Dragons gotta get to. Okay, well no, that's a good excuse. Here for a tea on me or a snack for the fam. Love you Faladaddy, take care and stream more often. Also P.O. Box. Yeah, I should set up a P.O. Box, I know. And I should stream more often. I know all of these things. But go have fun, go have fun. Friendly reminder, you can... Oh, yep, I got that. Let me see. Runes? Yeah. Air up. Air up was... There we go. I also turned on... What did I do? Oh, that was another thing I changed. It was a recent thing. Oh, it was just trade, wasn't it? No. Wait. Select other trade options. That confuses me, actually. I don't... Like, if it's a toggle, I don't know if having it on or off... Like, with that description, it says it selects, but, like, it doesn't tell you if on or off means... whatever. Hey, Thomas. That's a lot of nice things. Would it be quicker to make 5 accounts, play them all, then progress with that? With the one that gets Tango Root first? That would probably be faster. I mean, at this point, probably not. But initially, yeah. Only problem is I get to play so much on mobile, and you can only be logged in on one account on mobile at a time. And if you try to get around it, you get banned, apparently. Can't wait for the new Barbar Ian vid. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll Google it. What could go wrong? Oh wait, Barbarian, maybe? I feel like I just fell for something. It's Morbid tab. I'm not sure what I'll do with all this cheese or all my hammers or... I literally collect everything. So I have like no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I have a lot of it. Like chisels. One account might get it on its first tree run, like at 48,000 XP. Oh, that sounds awfully nice. Stay back, I'm gonna morb. I know there's memes about Morbius, but that's about all I know. When did I get a DMed? I got it about a month ago from a mystery box. It's like went out in 1900 something. 7 times rarer than the stale baguette, but if I had to pick between greening the log of randoms and getting a DMed, I would choose DMed. Kind of funny to think if you didn't have 60 defense, have to get it for that. Yeah. I would have a 60 defense requirement. I guess that's technically the highest defense skill requirement in the chunk. Now. The movie absolutely flopped in theaters, but people memed enough online saying it was amazing to where it was put back in theaters where it flopped again. The internet's pretty troll, I will admit. The guy that made that decision has to feel pretty dumb right about now. But let me see if I can fix this Nightbot thing. How do I... That joint channel is already... I have to re-add him. Okay. Goodbye, Nightbot. Hello? Oh, I added him. Okay. Save. Come back. Come back, Nightbot. It was you, not me. Alright, let me see. Anything? Hi from St. Louis. Hey, sizzling hen, sizzling hen. Hello from over here. Not in St. Louis. This is Falador. Hey. I got the mining pet, guys. Hey, Nightbot decided to join us. Welcome, Nightbot. Sizzling Hen, I heard there's a chance you guys might move closer to us, which is exciting for me and my wife. Oh, some black X's, huh? Huh? It's quite a couple there, actually. Oh, and Mithril too. Okay. Oh, and Addy. All right. Oh, a rune. Someone. Oh, quite a couple. We're on 485 before they despawn. Actually, wait, no. That doesn't work anymore, does it? Oh. I've gotten quite a few black weapons from easy clues, but no axe. That would be awfully convenient. He looks very confused. Hey, Slimwell, how's the grind been? It's been just fine. There was actually the last, yesterday it all turned around, but the 3 days prior to yesterday, I had been putting in 10 hours a day, and I literally had 3 willow seeds and 5 acorns to show for it or something. My spreadsheet thought I'd been taking a break. But no, I did put in 30 hours. So, hey, dropping this tree, man. I don't want to say man when they have a female avatar. Better safe than sorry. But other than that, it's been pretty good. What's new in the Buzzverse lately? Let me think. What's happened to me recently? I recently, well, not like too recently, but I recently got a promotion at my work, so now I'm like in charge of some people. And I mean, most programmers don't grow up dreaming to get to like a job where they tell other programmers what to do, so it's a bit of a learning curve and I'm not sure I enjoy it, but we're getting through it. Make some chop oaks for me. I mean, I would. Friends? Are you asking if I lied to you? Sure. I feel like we know each other very intimately now. You just asked me to be friends. Woo! How do I balance work, life, and RuneScape? I'm probably not the best person to ask this, to be fair. Oh, thank you. But I'm very blessed to have a desk job where I can like have mobile out and still get my programming done that I need to get done. So like that's kind of how those two are balanced. And then let me see, life and RuneScape. So the weekends are pretty much completely my family's. And then, but I spend time with my wife and kids after work until they're in bed. Then I hang out with my wife for a bit, and then she goes to sleep earlier than I do, so I just hop on and grind there. So, but most of the progress is done with how my work and mobile can interact nicely. That does mean that it could get to some interesting points where like I have a really long grind that requires a lot of attention that can only be done like when I'm at a desktop. So I won't be able to put in as much time. So those might be interesting grinds ahead. Hello, Father. I know. Welcome back. Look at Pet. How do I make super compost? Huh? The only way to get it is by stealing it from Earth Implings. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. What's the plan for 87 Magic? So right now, it's looking like I'm not going to get anywhere near that by the time I like just passively from Essence Implings and random events. By the time I have all my seeds banked, so I'm gonna have to kill some White Knights, probably quite a couple. But I mean, I'll also be growing trees at the same time. So, I mean, it'll be time that has to be spent in the chunk anyway, so it's not really, unless it takes like over a couple months to get all those runes, it won't actually add on any extra time to leave. So, yeah. Would I rather sound like Gollum or look like Gollum for the rest of my life? Is this Gollum or Schmeagol? Because Schmeagol was okay. But he also sounded better. Okay, if you look like Gollum, do you have to wear just a loincloth? Oh, actually Gollum. Alright, so normal clothes. Hey. Like, could I like... I feel like... Like, it might be hard to sound like Gollum. And like I'm just trying to think, going into work, sounding like Gollum, how am I going to do what I need to do? Well, I guess, to be fair, if programmers don't have to talk very much. So maybe that'd be helpful. But is his Gollum, like when he says Gollum, is that involuntary? Because I wouldn't want that. Alternatively, if you were to look like Gollum, you could just work from home as a programmer. You have his body and his face. I think I'd want to look like him. Just start a YouTube channel as Gollum and collect the paychecks. People would be disappointed if you did not. Oh, it's involuntary Gollum. I feel like Gollum could stop looking like Gollum if he lived like a more normal life, you know? Like, if you like clip his fingernails, go visit a chiropractor a couple times. Stop eating raw fish and weird stuff. Put on a suit. Yeah, it could be pretty respectable. I showed this song to my wife because I knew she would hate it, and I was right. She does absolutely hate this song. But the kids had a great time dancing around. So, Do you follow any other chunk accounts, Progress, from time to time? Yeah, I pretty much follow all of them. Asterisk, most of them. Like, so, there's a lot more vanilla chunks, so it's harder to keep up, and I do a much worse job of that. But like, I follow Bowser's stuff, probably the best out of vanilla chunks. All the extreme people will follow them. Oh yeah. Oh my word! What happened to this fella? Or is that a ma'am? I think that's a fella. Bop. Very nice, very nice. Have I seen the one inventory slot madness? I have seen it. I have not delved much farther into it than knowing that it exists. That's a creative challenge. I think it's been around a while, but in general, Settle just touches things, and then they become popular. So. Are the high scores down? Oh no, it's back. Congrats on 99 against Sarah Doberman, by the way. Oh, the other day, someone just came up to me and was like, "What is your account?" And I'm like, "I'm restricted to West Falador for now." And then he says like, "You're wasting your life, sad," and then teleports away. I'm like, come on, man. That's not how you interact with other humans in the world. How am I doing the bank slot upgrades? So how I'm treating them is I'm not ignoring them. For every banker where I can purchase a bank slot for them, I need to unlock the next bank slot. So I have the first bank slot unlocked right now because I have one bank. If I get this East chunk, I'll have this bank, so I need to unlock another one. There is a chest in the Motherlode mine, but that does not have anyone to purchase anything from. So that'll just be one bank's slot added. I think that way it like, you know, it scales. Like your requirement scales with your ability to complete it. So I think that's a reasonable way to do it, personally. Good luck on the one chunk. You're killing it. Having a blast on mine. I need to very carefully read your name. Oh no. Velosa lemons. Okay. When you see the Velosa all together and the lemons all together, it's much easier. I thought it was gonna be like Veloci lemons. Dream of a day Faladaddy does Inferno in Temps. Alright, let's get it going. Wait, where is it? Oh, they moved it, didn't they? That was gonna be so cool. I don't know where it is. Nope. Okay, I give up. Where is the teleport? I have no idea. That's just such a horrible place for it. Not a fan. And I don't really like this. I complained about it at the time, but like, isn't this like such a silly image? One person, arrow, two people. What does that mean? It's so much better when it was just like, I don't remember what color it was, but one of these. 205 days in one area. You envy me. Oh, so you want to be in here for 205 days. Okay. What's the farming level now? It is 75, sir. We hit that in the last couple days. Don't remember, really. It's the mitosis tab for duplicating yourself. Yeah. And it's in such an obvious place, too. it's interesting. Like here the only difference is colors, and here it starts being the only difference is colors related to like chats, and then it's like actually you can multiply yourself, and this has nothing to do with chatting. Let's be real, they just didn't have anywhere to put it. Although they could have just put it right here. Not a fifth, or yeah, fifth one. Anyway. That is a lot of magic seeds, sir. 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 You drop your seeds. Okay. You do not want to be there. Just want to live through my experience, and there'll be plenty for you. Okay, that's fair. Hey, Zed Ziggy, just chopping away. It is exactly what it looks like. Yes, nothing deceiving happening here. What are my goals at the moment? So right now I have 3 main requirements. Goals. Yeah. And both of all those are worked towards by getting bird's nests from trees. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, well the magic part kind of passively worked toward through essence simplings, but did they ever give me secateurs? No, they have not. Stick to the extreme variant, can't do the pet luck. That's fair. That's fair. How's the seed stacks looking? I did show it earlier in the stream, but I can give you a little peek real fast. Need to bank a little bit anyway. Rocky Pet level 12? That's crazy, man. Alright, seed stacks. That's what they're looking like right now. So I've had really good luck with my maple seeds. I've been planting them overnight. You can pause it if you want to look at it. But I've had really good luck with them, so like it's kind of bouncing back to like a normal 65% survival rate, which is good. 88 farming? What in the world is that for? So there is a Falador Elite Diary that requires 91 farming. You need a magic seed. And that's about it. And I have a magic seed, so I need the farming level to get 3 magic roots. And I need 88 because I have a garden pie from Gourmet and Young Implings. Chop off 3 levels is that requirement. So, kinda crazy. ETA on the goals. I expect that I should be done wood cutting at the end of the year, and then I'll probably be ready to roll a chunk in the first half of next year. Probably like the second quarter. That's my guess. It is a lot of use. I know. I'm like 11 above how many I'm supposed to have by this many oak trees chopped. Still going for all pets? I'm doing my best. The main thing is that Tangleroot can be a very fickle pet to get, and with just one being time-based and having only one patch, right now at the point where I think that it's probably most reasonable if I don't get it by 88, I would backlog it and unlock it again once I get another farming grind. That's what I'm thinking right now. Hey, Extreme Gnome, welcome, welcome. I saw you have a lot of laps. I wanted to look up your level. Nice. Don't believe his slides. Tangle's casual mode chunk. Yeah, it's really a vanilla requirement if you think about it. Are the only extreme chunks you and Limpert? No, there's quite a few. There's Frosty Bard, Verf, LSD Broski hasn't been on in a long time, but he's there too. Mountain Man, but he hasn't really played much either. Those are the main ones I'm aware of that are extreme. Trying to think, racking my brain. Well, Extreme Gnome here. Yeah, you can check out him. $69 Julie. I've never heard of anyone getting anywhere remotely close to that off of the Tree Stronghold. Or the Gnome Stronghold course. That's crazy. I kind of want to look at... I know I'm missing some people. Just can't think of it. Oh yeah. Well, what I'd say is you should go to my channel page. There is a feature. I have like some little feature sections. And one of them is Extreme Chunkers. Yeah, I missed a whole ton of them. How did I miss Castrello? Anyway, there's some smaller ones there if you want to see some other perspectives too. Skeldor. Hey, welcome, Skeldor. It's always good to see you around. Okay, I missed a lot here. Yeah, as for Supreme, I'm the only one that makes YouTube videos so far as I know. I know there's plans for Chunkaroni to make some at some point. He's in Port Khazard. And I don't know, there's this guy called Buzzstrider. He's in my chat sometimes, but he started in the East Chunk, which okay, it's over here. So he's already got 99 mining, and I don't know if he's doing videos, but I hope he does. Because it'd be fun to see like from the opposite side of Falador. Am I still actively playing on other accounts? Not really. I mean, I did create a new account that I play on the side when I'm here that you guys might get to see someday, but I'm not sure. It's just a little guinea pig project for now. Probably have to go all the way to 85 on the Gnome course. What's the requirement you have? Are you just doing it? Huh. Have to go back and watch your video probably. Well, I guess you're farther ahead than your videos, so maybe I wouldn't find out anything. Frosty rolled a chunk. See which one? I did see which one. Well, I saw where he ended. I don't know if there were any between there. Do I play a normal account? I don't play any sort of normal accounts. No mains. If it's anything, it has to be some sort of iron. But I don't really... I have a group hardcore that I have with my friend, but I just use him for dark luring. Would you say you're a quarter of the way to magic and farming goal, or closer? Well, in terms of farming, well, it kind of depends on what you're asking. Because, like, in terms of experience, I'm over a quarter of the way to having 88 farming right now. I'm, like, let me check my spreadsheet. I'm 27.7% of the way there. And as for, let me check my magic. Yeah, I'm like 30% of the way to magic. So like I'm kind of around that point in terms of current experience, but in terms of banked experience with seeds, I'm much closer. But it'll still take a while to grow all of them. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place here. Oh, once you roll RE square. What clue rewards, if any, could drastically change XP rates for the account? Well, I mean, the obvious one would be some kind of axe upgrade. Black axe. Other than that, I mean, in the future, it would be great to have a gold apron for this, because I'm probably not going to get a brown apron. That would help down the road. Clue upgrades. I mean, right now the only staff I'm missing is water staff. So when I get that, I can like use my runes a little bit more efficiently, but it's honestly the best staff to not have. And doesn't have anything to do with farming. Do I have a planned date for the next video? Right now I have a very big circle around June, July. Which honestly, if I wanted to, I could probably put together a video with the stuff I have so far, because since last video, I've gotten an air staff and did a lot of magic, and I got like my crafting out of the way, so like there's a lot of clips in there that if I wanted to get, like if my only requirement was it has to be like 10 minutes or something, I could probably do it. But that's not really my goal. It's not just to put out a 10-minute video, it's to put out episode 7, you know? Thank you, Saradoman. You look pretty evil right now, sir. But thanks. For Saradoman, you know? You meet at the border and wave at each other. I know. I hope he makes a video. I need to ask him again. Hey Jared, welcome. Oh, Dark Lure, yeah. Also, Saradoman, you'll have to like vouch for me, but it is a pain in the rear dark luring with these guards here, like through the gate. It is that spell just doesn't work well. Banked experience means you can stop woodcutting eventually. Yeah, if you stop woodcutting, what may you do besides guard camping for clues? So yeah, I'll finish having all my seeds banked before I have all the runes for 87 magic. So I'll definitely go kill a lot of white knights because they drop really good runes. So I'll probably be doing that for most of it. But if there's a time where I have 87 magic and I'm still planting, I'll probably, honestly, I mean, I could go for the medium clue. It'd be a lot more doable now that I'm using a floating stopwatch. But alternatively, I could just spend a lot of time bank standing, fletching oak longbows, because I'll have to do a lot of fletching in this chunk and this chunk. Also, while I was doing my crafting, I had a realization that if I get this chunk and I have Puro up there, it'll unlock a pretty big crafting grind too, because I'll have to get 84 for Black Dragon Hide, and well, no, hang on, I can't tan it. Wait, let me see. Is there leather? Might be saved. Yeah, it's just from, okay, never mind. Because if I could, the only way I would have been able to really train like reasonably is buying sapphires from the gem store. Restocks every 4 hours for 1 gem. 50 XP. Anyway. Okay, let me... Where am I? It's gotta smell 84,000 myth bars. It's crazy. Thank you, thank you. 4 chaos raids. It's like almost 100 XP. Nice. Thanks for answering all your questions. No problem. Hey, Thomas Bingham? Are you Buzz Strutyer, by the way? I just know that Buzz Strutyer's first name is Thomas in my chat. You are. Okay, are you planning on making a YouTube video? YouTube series? I don't remember. You are also in Mad Men. Perfect. Good place for Mad Men to meet. Okay. I just hope someday, because it would be fun to watch. And other people were asking about other series to watch, so someday, hopefully, maybe Thomas Bingham will provide us the content we all need. $1,200-hour chunk? It honestly sounds like it sounds worse than it is. 1,200 hours? If you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button. Get this great stream to reach more people. Help grow this amazing community. Thank you, Jared Murphy. Wait, where'd Murphy go? You're just Jared now. You've changed, Jared. And then I may well also doing a startup though, so oh yeah. Well, a progress. Yeah. Startups are a lot of work. That'll be $25.99. No comment. Unmurphying your Jareds. Oh my goodness. Sounds dirty somehow. Yeah, I hadn't seen you on very much, Thomas, and I was wondering if the fumble you had with the easy, if the easies would be the end of you. Your masochism, I don't know if it's masochism or masochism, but yeah. Masochism really coming out with startup and a Supreme Chunker. Yeah. That'll do it. I will say, I have also been feeling my masochism, and I've been playing a second Supreme account that I can't show yet, but someday, hopefully. I can't put in as much time to it, but thank you. Super compost? No. Masochism. Hard C. Okay. I have a lot of pronunciations available now. Thanks, everybody. I have the same problem with niche. I've heard it like every way. No, not a company. Definition. That's like seeing it phonetically doesn't help much. I don't know what this means. Niche. Your niche. Your niche. Yeah, that sounds more right to me. A niche. Okay. I think I've just heard enough people call it a niche that it makes me second guess myself. A niche. Is that the line over the E? Oops. Wait. Okay, here, let me show you what I'm seeing. Okay, that's what Google's or Oxford Languages says. Is that two different pronunciations? The first one looks like it would be niche. And the second one, I assume the thing over the E makes it a long E, niche. Must be Midwestern buzz. Yes, I am. So it's saying you can pronounce it however you want. There are no rules. This is English. Okay. I know in like 3rd grade I had to learn all those phonetic symbols, but now it's like I have no idea. Blame any inconsistencies in English on the French, and you're usually correct. I like that phrasing. I'm gonna have to steal that. And I'm usually correct. Inbound. Did you say? Oh, I think I got that one. Niche. 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 Really, any way you want. Well, I suppose that's another thing that makes my promotion a little difficult. The people that I'm in charge of are out of office, and they have English as a second language. And so it's very difficult for me, a Midwestern, uncultured person, to communicate well with them. Either way. So, learning curve for sure. But I haven't had to say niche yet. Usually you look it up later, and it's always a French loan word, if it acts funny. Yeah. Worked with a lot of non-English speaking coworkers. Yeah. I grew up in a small city. Everyone's white. Everyone talks the same. Everything's going against me for understanding. Well. It's even harder in office. Or it's hard even in office with the language barrier. Yeah. And then there's just a lot of things working against this being a smooth transition, because they're also like fresh out of college. Like this is their first programming job, so they don't know a lot of like how to program. They don't know the language at all. So it's like there's just a lot of my time is being taken away from my tasks and put into babysitting's a harsh word, but making sure that they succeed as well. Niche is a very niche word. There you go. Work with a guy who was born in Germany, grew up in Portugal, lived in Brazil for 10 years, currently lives in Mexico. That accent is challenging. Yeah, a lot working against you there too. Huh. That'd be an interesting accent. Probably more Portuguese than Spanish. Yeah, I know. Or I find that if I'm trying to communicate with someone that I can't communicate well with, and they're either excited or nervous. Like, I'm also their boss technically, so like they get nervous and so then they talk faster, and I don't want them to talk faster. So I'll get better at it. I'll get better. Inbound. On a spiritual level. Yeah, it's hard, but I hope I can get better at it. At least my boss is hoping I can get better at it. I agreed to this like promotion kind of thing under the terms that like it's my first managerial anything, and I would like to have the ability to go back to my normal position if it's not going well. And I mean, we're a couple weeks in, and I don't know if it'll be not going well at this point, but like, I do envy a simpler job. My old, cozy, don't talk for the whole week kind of job. Love the tunes. Thanks. It's always a party in here. Gets easier with time. Once you've been around it a bit, it gets easier to distinguish what someone is saying once you've been used to it more. Yeah, especially like I have this guy who's on my friends list who's had me added for a long time. Oh, thanks, Sardovan. Have a good night. And he is from Hungary, and he always messages me asking for like RuneScape information or telling me about his trip to Japan or just whatever he feels like talking about. And it's fairly broken English, but I've like read enough of his things to know that when he says something in this order, it probably means this kind of thing. But in text, it's a little bit easier because if you don't know what they're saying, you can just say LOL, and then you're probably good. Like in a voice call, it doesn't work as well. You can do that IRL. LOL. I pride myself on having never like I've said it ironically, but never get to the point where you say it unironically, like say lol or LOL out loud. I pride myself on that. Anyway. Yeah, most of it doesn't make sense. Dude, I found... Okay, so the language we use is called ABL, and I learned that I think you're a programmer. I think I remember that from last time. But the modulo operator built in to the language, it will let you give it decimals, but it implicitly converts them to integers. It was so frustrating trying to find that out. And that is the stupidest way to handle modulo. Oh my goodness. Like in the in the documentation it says this might not work properly for certain applications, and I'm like, well, I don't think that'll work right for any application actually. It's ABL. Here, I'll send you the page. Assuming YouTube lets me. Like, okay. That's what I have to deal with. I think it... So I have to like write my own modulo function, because it ain't gonna work for what I need. I mean, thankfully I don't have to use it very much, but like, come on. Can't you just build the language the right way? Like, I checked other languages for reference, and it's like, yeah, you could just do decimals, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know about that. Set as integer. Yeah, I don't. I don't know, man. I just do what I'm told. Hey, Jay Webby. Welcome, welcome. Man, I don't think I've gotten many beginners this stream. I will say the nice thing about streaming is I find just by looking at my temple that I am like much more consistent when I'm streaming because I like kind of have to focus. And I only play one account. Not watching a stream. I am the stream. Ugh. Thankful that in your current position, you mainly deal with hardware at this point, because programming is a crapshoot nowadays, it seems. There's so many different ones, yeah. Yeah, I mean, mostly everything, like, it seems like, I mean, I haven't looked for a job opening in a very, very long time, but it seems like everyone is talking about, like, cloud and, like, I don't know, JavaScript is just unwieldy. I've had to write JavaScript a couple times, and it's like, I don't know what's happening. Or like those kind of languages, you know. What industry uses ABL primarily? Well, I think it's mostly used with like with older stuff that uses like terminal displays. Like you only have 80 characters wide kind of stuff. Menus, like scanners, stuff like that. So probably more like manufacturing. There could be more, but ABL stands for Advanced Business Language, so it's supposed to read like more like Englishy. And if the language has business in the name, it's probably not going to be very good. But they tried to like rebrand it as like, and they added like app servers and all this other stuff. It's so they tried to make it fancy. They like did that thing that like happened in C++ where they just add on classes. They did that. But our version is so old that like we have classes, but it is the bad, broken version of classes. So very fun. Python's the only one you need. That's what I learned in school. But I haven't had to use it for my work. And whenever we do scripting, usually it's someone else that writes it and they like Perl better, so. You learned Python, C#, C++, Java, SQL. Nowadays, there's like 50 different ones. Yeah, like, there's a lot of different databases too, like MongoDB, MariaDB. all sorts of stuff. Java. Yeah, I'm glad I never had to learn Java. Although I did want to write like I did learn something called processing, which is like a graphical kind of version of Java, mostly for like learners. Did that in like middle school, something like that. So I did have to do a little bit of that. But no like pure Java. Feels like you're coding C, but takes 10 times as long to execute. Just use C. But it's more portable, right? Scratch is the only language you really need. My brother's favorite languages are Forth and Lisp. So he uses Lisp for all of his pet projects, which a lot of stinking parentheses. Learned PHP fairly recently. That one's not too bad. My only experience with PHP, other than like looking at this other person's code, is I had a course in college. It's like some business school, or not school, business class, where you're supposed to be developing a website for a business, something like that. But it was pretty janky because the professor just gave us all the PHP code. But I have a hard time looking at PHP and being like, okay, that thing, what is it? I really like strongly typed languages where you have to define what it is, but Lisp is kind of useful, has its niche. It does. Decent for forum backends, stuff like that. Archiving's pretty useful. Yeah, it sounds kind of like what was trying to be conveyed to us in that business class, something like that. My previous job, I used C#, and right now I don't really know what my favorite language is. Like, I'm obviously most well versed in ABL, which is not horribly useful for anywhere other than my job. But like I don't know if I would say I like C# best, but I'd probably be second well versed in C#. If I ever had to look for a job, I'd probably put that on my resume. Yeah, programming classes in college. It's always a box of chocolates. Yeah, my college degree was more of like, it was computer science more than any sort of like engineering, so it was actually a lot less programming than you would think, and more like a lot more theory and algorithms and math. More of that stuff. Like, you know, we didn't really learn like using existing platforms. Like some classes would probably teach you about AWS and cloud and stuff like that. We didn't have anything like that. In your final for a class, you had to write a program, and you made a little magician's magic kind of game, and all it was randomly calling integers to draw cards, and the professor was blown away. Wow, how do you do that? Random functions. Beautiful. Wait till he learns about RuneScape, where everything is random. Had to be like a certain number of lines. He just commented on a huge section of random code. And he just looked at the line count. Oh man. Yeah, that sounds pretty miss for the hit and miss, honestly. Certain number of lines. What? Use PHP for your job. It's a lot more powerful than people think. People say it's a dying language, but you don't think so. I think the main thing that we use PHP for, it's like we do a lot of API calls with it, which, I mean, API isn't dying anytime soon, right? And we also use it for an interface to their PDF module so we can make PDFs. Just overly intuitive, you found. It might, maybe the best way to say it would be some languages it's like really easy to write but hard to read. Like some of my code that I write, it's like, oh yeah, if I was the one that wrote this, I know exactly what's happening. But if someone else wrote this and I didn't go through the same process, it's like, what's going on here? At least that's my experience with PHP, having never really written PHP, only looked at it. Hey Andrew, I am alive, it's true. I'm actually still hardcore too. And in real life, actually. If you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button. Help get this great stream to reach more people and help grow this amazing community we have here. Is that the exact same one? Let me see. I think that is. Copy and paste, you've been found, Jared. But yes. Like, comment, subscribe. Copy pasta. How many beginner clue completions? That is a fantastic question, Demon Yuri. Let's see. I think it's in the 30s. Yeah, 33. Then I have 6 easy completions. I also found recently that if I'm juggling an easy and a beginner at the same time, more than likely I will have been in the mode of just picking up one, dropping one, so one of them will get lost. So while I have this easy, I'm going to be sending one-step beginners. So a lot less completions, but I don't really have a whole lot I need from beginners, as in water staff, which is just kind of convenient, and the very, very, very slim chance at a black axe. So, Hey, Senny, welcome. Well, more IT at this point than coder. But I know how to code now. I'm just a mechanic in a button down. Yeah, I could get black armor. I mean, I already have a black plate body. I don't think I have any black bottoms. Don't think I have a black shield. Do I? I can actually check the bank through this plugin. You guys can't see. Yeah, my only armor piece is plate body. I have 2 of them. Which I guess would be an upgrade, but I don't really have a whole need for upgrades. With what I have left for melee. How much would a black axe help? I don't think it can get me to 100% woodcut chance. Well, it probably could with forestry. Let me see. Oak tree OSRs. Yeah, and so a black axe brings my woodcutting chance per four ticks from 78.5% chance to 88% chance. So in practice, I don't really know how much of a difference that makes. Especially with like how much AFKing I do. I don't really know. But I assume it could only help, right? Do you know why I randomly get kicked from ECC? I don't know. Well, sometimes it happens to me too. I just have joined it enough and it's just like, I don't think you really are committed here. You haven't, like, joined in a long time. You've just been added to it, so I don't know. It just kicks me out and I have to rejoin. I kind of thought all CCs did that, but maybe not. I don't know. Bonus about black. It weighs almost nothing. I did not know that. So it weighs less than other armor? Interesting. Easiest way to describe hardware IT to people is just a mechanic for technology, but they release a new car every 3 weeks. You have to learn. True. Hello. Let's get out to kill out. It's a sweet baguette you got there. Dragon Spear upgrade? I think the only way I can get a Dragon Spear is from mystery boxes, which is how I got the D-Med too. Oh, dude. What? He's an ultimate? No way. That's crazy. Wow. Rank 13 for easy clue scrolls for ultimates. It's an impressive account, man. Good job. Wow, that's crazy. It's also like, it's interesting looking at your account because it's like you've done all the hard skills first. Wow. Don't they have a Skiller's high score now? I've never taken a look at it. I feel like I need to because of this account. High scores. Account build Skillers. Okay, can I also switch to Ultimate? Probably not. Yeah, I'll get it. Okay. Sorry, I'm taking a detour from chat here. That is a sick account though, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna fight back here. Just not committed enough to this account. That's what it's saying. Would tracking random event loot be part of the series? And like the drop tables, like Prison Pete? I don't think so. I mean, like in terms of completing all the drop tables, probably not. Because that would be very rare. Like I didn't get my Mithril Arrow tips from Prison Pete until like 500 hours ago, probably. It's like I wouldn't ask anyone that wants to do this rule set to put in at least 4,500 hours in their first chunk. You know, just waiting. If they've already completed everything else, I don't think it really makes sense. But like, you know, if you get them, you gotta, and it could unlock a new skill challenge, but that's not a drop table thing. I was considering doing, adding all the ring nests and seed nests as drop tables. But I mean, I've already completed them multiple times, so a lot of times. But, yeah. Rank 1 Skiller was hacked a few weeks ago? That's crazy. Ah, that's horrible. I used to have a free-to-play Skiller back before EOC. Wasn't very good, but I did have it. He made himself a target, not to victim blame. We heard it was someone who knew him and didn't like him. Eh. Still scary either way. You've completed those, so you're in. Alright, you pass. It legitimately took me like, what was it? 28 million woodcutting experience to get my first mahogany seed. So I'm like, I could retroactively add this as a requirement. But I don't know if you want to like say you have to get the beaver and get all this too if you have an axe. So like, I don't know. But I just know that for me and my personal validation, I got all of them. At least 5 times. Gonna slide out? Have a good night? Yeah. Yeah, it's been great talking to you, Jared. Always great to have you in here. Thanks for keeping me company. Did I get the 3 god egg nests yet? Yes, I have. I'll just go take a quick look. Again. Maple cake. Yeah, so right now we're sitting at, if I can do math, 191, I think. Look at these inventories. Anyway, it would be so cool if someday I can use them, but probably not. Glad you caught the stream. Me too, Senny. It's good to have you. Wonder how many Black Knights I'll need to kill. Black Knights. I'm not sure. What's hard on there? Let me look up their loot table here. Black Knight. Yeah. Grammy Dwarfweed's pretty rare. 1 out of 1800. That's pretty much the hardest thing from them. Oh, every White Knight kill. Well, it'll probably be a couple then. for an elite task. It'll probably be a while before I can find out, because I'll need to have done wanted, I think, maybe. I think this tells you what it is. Yeah, so I'll have to have done wanted. Take a little sec. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna finish all these. Yeah, so it'll be a while before that becomes a requirement. What chunk do you want to unlock next? That's a great question. I keep changing my mind every time, but of course the chunk map's not working now, but let's see. This west chunk, after I lamp 5 agility, which is what I'm working on next. This is pretty much just mining pet, just grind it. That's the only thing, pretty much. So that'd be a chill to grind. Actually, I kind of feel like that might be my answer right off the bat, just initially. That's what I'm thinking right now. Because up here I'll have the Puro and an anvil, which is a bad combination for me because... Oh, and I'll be able to do Doric's quest. So, because I can get rune bars from implings in there, I'll have to get 98 smithing. And I definitely would want to be able to mine before I have that requirement. So either the west or east chunk would be ideal before the north chunk. The south chunk, the main things there, I should have this lamped before I roll, but I have the air altar, which means, and I have pure essence from essence simpling, so I'd have to get the rune crafting pet. And that would be very, 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 very difficult if I do not have at least Puro, because if like this entire time, let me see how many I've banked. I've banked 3,000 pure essence, and I would need 1.7 million pure essence to go on right for the pet. So anyway, I don't know if that would be backrolled or backlogged or not, but that would be a tough one. But if I get this, I can at least camp essence simplings consistently. Might make it reasonable, not sure. Each chunk is just so much. 99 construction, squirrel, mining pet, 98 smithing, 99 mining, 80 something crafting, high fletching. It's just a whole bunch over there. So I'm probably just gonna say the west chunk is the safest. Alright, now I got very behind on chat, so let me catch up. Almost 57 million. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy. Welcome, Coffee Cake. Crazy Mad Lad. Extreme dedication. Thank you. I try. Hey Marco, I'm sure everyone has asked, but curious about the effect forestry might have on your grinds. That is a good question, and it's a little hard to tell at this point without like a firmer idea of how forestry kits are meant to interact with, like, for people that don't have forestry kits, because there's a very low chance I'm going to get a forestry kit on this account. I'm going to be able to get one probably, so I'm probably not going to be able to get one. So if if someone is able to come here with a forestry kit and spawn some event, like an event that I can benefit from without having a forestry kit of my own, then I could possibly get faster seeds. It could just like, you know, the group aspect of woodcutting might give me more woodcutting experience. Well, no, it'll give me faster woodcutting experience, which will mean faster nests. But that would mean I'd have to have a lot of people, or some people, to come hang out and woodcut with me. And I don't know a whole lot of people that want to spend 10 hours a day woodcutting with me. So I don't really know. It's kind of just a wait and see. I saw they mentioned secateur blades, and I'm like, you say secateurs? But I'm sure whenever it is, I won't be able to get it. So, over the course of a few years, you learned rune crafting from 32 to 68. That's crazy. I assume not just randoms, though. How long until the roll? Sorry, I'm kind of behind. I would say we'll probably roll sometime in the first half of 2024. It's the best guess I can give you. Hey. Is it really? Why would you say that then? Come on. Alright. Going in the spreadsheet. Dead. It's on its last step, too. Sorry, I probably shouldn't just do a mouth fart right into the microphone. Hey, John Tisco. Welcome, welcome. Each chunk the best chunk. That's true. I would actually get to unite with Buzz Struttier. What world do I normally play in? Well, it kind of changes just on what I'm feeling like. But I recently unlocked the 1250 worlds, so you might find me on them more often. I also like to hang out on high risk worlds, because on mobile, if I log out and then I accidentally press log in, then it won't log me back in. It will like confirm that I want to log into a high risk world. But if not one of those, one of these favorited worlds, 354, 377. Hey, Crimey Ranar. Sorry, I'm all over the place with these comments. Glad to see you, man. How are things going? Going pretty well. Can't complain. Imagine that 99 con, but not even a house portal in your unlock chunks. Yeah, that grind itself, I don't know if it'd be considered a meme. You have to get 420 mil, and you have to kill 1 million white knights for the runes to get the 9-night construction. So, like, there's a lot that goes into the 9-night construction part. But, you know, I'm not going to say it's an instant backlog before I give it a shot at all. So, don't know. Imagine 200 mil woodcutting speed. I think we should end up a little bit over 100 mil. That's what my spreadsheet says. And why would it lie to me? Why? Why? If forestry helps you out, man, I'm down to come through, chop some oak. Not 10 hours, though. That's fair. Y'all can take shifts. Yeah, if I hit 200 mil, which I shouldn't, but if I did, I'd still keep going if I had to do my farming still, so. But that would be a big flex. You accidentally logged into a target world while killing Chaos Fanatic, got skulled, ran to safety, risking 45 mil. That sounds like a heart attack. I used to play on a PvP hardcore. It's actually the account that has the name Buzz. And it's not dead. It hasn't left PvP worlds. I just don't play on it. But my goodness, it's so stressful. Which I just noticed. I noticed that, who's his face? C Engineer. I hadn't looked at his channel in a while, but he put up a video saying he was hunting the top five hardcores or whatever. And like, I have higher total than those bottom two. What are you talking about? But he can't really hunt me, so. Anyway. You argue we should save it until it's walkable still? Oh yeah. I that makes sense to me. I asked in a poll, one of my first, I asked like some questions and straw polls, and I wasn't sure. I kind of forget what the result was, but the general consensus. Oh no, that was the one that was super confusing because people were like, yeah, like I even explicitly said it in my thing. I said that if I allow myself to teleport to an area that doesn't have an overworld chunk equivalent, then I should, in theory, just like go, alright, let's go to Tazar and we will, where is it? And we'll start grinding our, Infernal Cape. And that was like what everybody voted for. I even said in the description, like, this is what this means. Anyway. So like the general case doesn't make sense. Then there's like, do you want to make a special case for just the house? And I don't know. I mean, like, the way that makes most sense, and I would agree with you, Thomas, is like, you should probably have the portal unlocked if you're going to add any requirements. But there's also like the thing of like, well, I can do it, and since this rule set is kind of about like, what can I do rather than like, what should I do? Or like, what would be helpful for me to do, or any of those sort of mindsets. Shouldn't I try to go for it? I don't know. I'm still not entirely sure what I'll do, but I have a long time to think about it. And it sounds like you do too, Thomas. Whole account is flex? Maybe. He's gonna remake the Fallout Massacre just for me. Where'd my Dragon Med? Sorry, I'm hitting the mic. Where'd my Dragon Med come from? It came from a mystery box. One out of 1900 something. So it was like 7 times rarer than the stale baguette. But I'd rather have this about 7 times more than the stale baguette. So got lucky. You only just maxed your POH a week ago? Nice, nice. That's also true. I should have to catch up lucky and playing by that logic. Because I could do it. Kind of slippery logic. True, I could get 9 out of privilege. Yeah, so it's not a good general rule. You have 38 unopened mystery boxes in your bank. Tempting. I had been stacking them for a while, but I couldn't hold out. Well, also at the time I was killing guards, and I'm like, if I get a rune spear or a dragon spear or some rune weapon, like, it'll help me with what I'm doing right now. Are you saving them for a certain amount, or just waiting? Yeah, I want to look at that straw poll again, because I'm curious which one came in second. Oh gosh. Okay, there's my straw polls. Okay. What were the results? And then there's also like the whole like, I don't really, no offense to you guys, but I went to like pick my own rules. I don't want community to like, the winner of the community vote decides what I do, you know? I mean, I did the straw polls for like a gauge of what people are thinking, but yeah, so the first one was a general yes, you should be able to teleport into any area that doesn't have an overworld chunk equivalent as long as you can teleport back. Then second was specific yes, you can only teleport to the POH and back. And then third, you should be able to traverse to/from the endpoint of a teleport before using it, regardless of if it has an overworld chunk. Which is pretty much what you're arguing should be the rule, which it makes the most sense to me too. Specific no, you can't teleport to the POH until you have a chunk with the POH portal unlocked. And nobody, well, that one barely came in fourth. Hey Frosty, congrats on the new chunk. Welcome, welcome. I saw you were streaming. I didn't see it until I had started streaming, so sorry to to stream concurrently with you, but yeah, that's the one. That's the one that I was hoping would win, but it came in third, and so it made me second guess. Anyway. Okay, am I behind on anything? Skill cape chunk requirements are kind of whack, especially when there are a bunch of state agents all over the map. That's true. I mean, you could argue that the skill cape, the construction skill cape isn't chunk specific. If you wanted to weasel out of it. You have to unlock all of them before you can... I guess if you did that, you'd guarantee that you had a saw before you had to get 99 construction. For what that's worth. "99 Herblore equals 2.85 million men. In case you get that before farming. Goodness gracious. It's quite a couple. I killed like 60,000, but that sounds like a good couple more. Mostly just messing around on a baby group Ironman. Ah, fun. Who'd win in a fist fight, Frosty or Buzz? I would tend to go Frosty right off the bat. I feel like his mustache could knock me out, honestly. Oh. I'm just glad I'm working right now. Otherwise, I'd have been competing with both of you. Ah. Straight up map chunks look real clean and are simple. Yeah. Teleport seem like you're limiting your transport between chunks, you know? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I mean, if you take the general, like, you can get there and you can get back, then, I mean, you can also do the canoe system. So I feel like, you know, in the... in the extreme rule set which I don't know if it's really a rule, but like it's how the original Extreme Limpert does it, where you want to have generally connected chunks, so you don't do canoes, don't do that sort of stuff. The third option there, where you have to have a POH and access to to walk to a POH portal before the 99 construction grind, would make sense by the extreme rule set. Did I catch Limpert's latest video? Yes, I did. I did. Hello, Regillian? Maybe. I mean, hello, definitely. Regillian, maybe. Just want to weasel out of all those white knights. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. My current goal is I have to get 88 farming and 87 magic and a Tangle Root. And I can work towards Tangle Root and 88 farming by getting seeds from birds' nests. That's what I'm working on right now. Oh, jeez. Never been in a fight in your life? That's true. I also have never been in a fight in my life. So, it would be fun to watch, probably. To be fair. Hey, have a nice day. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Your variant of the rollable chunks is boats, portals, walking. Yeah. As long as you can return. Yeah. Yeah, it's... So, let me go through your list again. Yeah, so no teleports in that list. Limp will be on temp for a while. He has to get the pet still. Yeah, that's the hardest part. Hardest thing he's got there. The XP part is very close to next level. True. I'll hit level 100 any day now. Which actually, let me see. I've been working towards level 114, the XP tracker says, for a long time. I think I'll hit it next week, probably. So if you can TP to your house and back 40,000 times for 9 in construction, you should do it. I don't know, it's just, I feel like the POH is an interesting one. Which honestly, I'd kind of forgotten that it was a conundrum for a while. But now that you bring it back up, Thomas, yeah, it is still a conundrum, isn't it? What am I plotting with that cheese? I'm not sure. I don't know. But for now, it will just join all the other cheese in my bank. Make for a very smelly bank. I think if you can pass between the chunks without using any items, it's valid. Yeah, that's pretty much what the... Hey, I'll just link the straw poll again, which I closed because I'm dumb. Here. This is a straw poll I had put up on my second video. Which, I mean, just to regurgitate once again, consensus does not breed like the best thing. Just what the most people voted for. And it doesn't mean that it's what should be done. But Like the one that makes the most... Yeah, it's hard. The, the one that most people voted for makes the least sense to me. So I kind of just threw out the poll results, period, because it didn't make sense to me. I think for these accounts, you really need to decide for yourself what you can stand to do. If something will take over a year, it's basically a meme grind, right? Well, year's kind of short, you know. For me, I think if it's approaching like 3 or 4 years, then it's getting like maybe it's a meme. But it also depends. Like I don't know. There's just a lot that goes into it, but. There's that bank in Italy that has cheese in it. I have not heard of this bank. Only let Supreme Chunkman vote. Well, thing is that, like, that would also be a requirement for X streams too, right? Like, there's nothing supreme about the 99 construction grind. You see Skeldor's video? You know, I think I'm subscribed to him on my BuzzRS account, but not my burner one that I always use. So I probably need to actually subscribe on this account. Then I would know what you're talking about. Okay. Okay, now I'm subscribed on my account that I actually watch things on. Voted for the second place one, and only your vote matters, so that's what you should do. And you're usually right. Oh, I didn't see Good Night, Seti. I'm sorry. I'm so slow. Sorry, everyone. Maybe you need to dust off your barb chunker? Yeah? I've been waiting. You said you got some exciting stuff to show, so I'm excited. Jeoparite? I don't think I've seen his stuff either, but the name looks familiar. Just need to find motivation to edit. Sitting down and listening to yourself talk for a while. It is the worst. Oh, that's probably how I know his name, the Golden Gnome nominee. Okay. I did see him there, probably. Oh, he does Northern UIM? I've heard that series. Heard of it. I'll have to watch that too. I fairly recently watched the Deserted X-Rakeen stuff. And this is probably fairly similar in terms of content, I would assume. You're off. Good luck. Thank you, Thomas. Good luck to you as well. I hope your startup goes well, and hopefully you don't fumble any more clues. Smile. Homie has some mad production value. Yeah, I don't got much of that, but what we do have is oak logs. Finally got around to Swampletics, eh? I mean, Swampletics, I watched his, Swampletics series. And then, I don't know, something about just the Tileman mode just kind of put me off. I don't know. That's all I have, dedication. Suffering. That's what I can offer. You could go look at them, their pretty stuff, or you could come suffer with me. Like, I probably should watch the one inventory slot thing because it's like seems like a more interesting challenge, but I don't know. The Tileman thing, like Tileman is like not a very restrictive game mode, and the end game is like a normal account, which how exciting is that? So like I feel like it's way overhyped, but because Swampletics or Settle did it and did it like does it so well, everything he does so well. It made it so big, and like he does a good job of telling us a good story and makes you engaged in like every little thing is so important. But like I don't know, just it's easy to get jaded when I've spent like almost 5,000 hours in this chunk, and I'm not particularly complaining, but then like in episode 1 it's taken 2 hours to get your iron dagger or something. It's just hard for me to relate to those kind of things, to grinds that are super hard. But the one inventory does sound interesting. I should really watch it. Slay Brothers Fire Cape speedrun is pretty enjoyable. I also have not caught that one. Honestly, I don't watch too much. I watch a lot more streams than I do YouTube videos. Rune Skim speedrun. Still going. If you add requirements to limit level differences / others, yeah, I mean you could make it convoluted to make the mode harder, but you can do that with anything. I don't know. I just feel like the concept of Tileman is not. I don't know. It's just not very interesting to me. Case in point. Window to your left. Getting pretty close to level 63 Hunter here. Probably on my right. If you're talking about the chat, I have it pulled up on the right. think the planning, optimizing aspect is quite interesting, which you enjoy about it. But yeah, as far as snowflakes, not super restrictive. Definitely not novel. Yeah, I think it was for me. It's less of like maybe it's less of like putting out a Tileman episode and more of the response to it. Like a lot of like when people respond like this is crazy, that sort of thing. When you feel like you're doing something much crazier, it's easy to get jaded about it. You know. There's a tile, Zaya Tileman that does 1 tile per skill level. And that's kind of interesting. Because you couldn't unlock everything. That's more interesting. I'll agree. Hey, Rigger, thank you, thank you. I'll keep up the grind. It's my promise out of your side. It's kind of funny, Limpert's vid today, he mentioned not liking complicated rule sets, so he simplified the one-chunk formula to do everything in the chunk. But BuzzRS is over here actually doing everything in his chunk. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he even addressed like meme drop rates in his video. I might have to rewatch it. But I mentioned this earlier, but I feel like how he's positioned in his account, he's not going to hit like a grind that is actually like unreasonable, a death chunk. Like it'll be a couple years, which he thinks is reasonable. But like 5, 6, 7 years, he's far enough along that he's not going to get in a position that happens, I think. Like everything's gone pretty well so far. Talked about meme drop rates in really early episodes. Yeah. Yeah, I know I mentioned it in like his first episode. But I wasn't sure if he mentioned it in his like Death Chunk episode or not episode, but rant video he put up today. Pip's new series is intriguing. Slayer drop locked on a UIM. I haven't watched any of Pip's things either. I know Pip. He probably doesn't know me, but I know him from when we were both doing PvP hardcore together, and he would always side with the hunters and like rat people out, and that also turned me off of him. So I just can't watch his stuff. Oh, Pip's the Zay locked. Tell me. See. I don't know what SDL is. If I Google this, am I going to get something weird? Simple direct media layer. You're probably not talking about that. Slayer drop locked. Okay. I knew that. Oh, Vanica? Vanica? Oh, yours a UIM? I see. Yeah, that'll be a bit different. Oh. Hope you like the sound of my water bottle hitting the microphone. Garbage man mode? Anyone else feel like Rendy lost what remained of his mind? There was Verf was talking about it on one of his streams. He was talking about the idea for an account where like you're only allowed to train using the like lowest tier of everything. You can only ever use the lowest tier of everything, and I don't know what the end goal of the account would be, but it sounds very interesting. Like you can only chop with a bronze axe, normal trees. Like you can only use a bronze dagger or whatever. Well, I guess maybe even fist. I don't know. Just sounded very interesting. Probably more for watching than playing, though. Randy's latest vid proves he still got it. I think so too. He put in a lot of dedication. I have his account name and I've been like watching it. I had been auto updating his temple, but I'm like, actually, he might not want that, because you might not want this kind of attention. So I just have it, and I've been watching him. I was like, why is he leveling so much farming? I don't get it. I was excited for his next video. Crimson Swifts, yeah. Would be a blast, wouldn't it? I would prefer polar kebits, personally. That would take me back, because that's what I used to do pre-EOC for money on my account. I would get polar kebit fur. Because I think it was used for summoning. Oh, there's a guy in the Snowflake clan doing that? Maybe that's why it came up then. I don't know. Always wear the Kayat outfit on your iron. It's some drip. It is drippy. Thanks. Thanks, Dubricycle. Not quite pants though. Oh, that just reminded me. I tried making a RuneScape account for my son. He's 3 years old. And we played a little bit. And so he wanted to be green because he thinks that someone in the game has to be everyone. This is mom. This is me. And he is this short green guy. So we had to make his account look as much like this as we could. And by the time we got to the Questmaster on Tutorial Island, he's like, we've been playing this a long time. Can we play Minecraft? Alright, son. Where'd I get the D-Med? A mystery box. 1 out of 1900 something. 7 times more rare than the stale baguette. Very deserved. Yep. For the longest time, he's thought that this game is just a chop tree game. And so he's helped me push the tree a couple times on mobile. I'm like, I want to show him that he can actually do other things, but he can do a lot more in Minecraft, apparently, so... Of course he thinks that all it is. I have a lot of hours of this tree. I don't know how many of these are at the tree, but we're just under, let me see. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to 5,000. If you do the math, it's like 4,940, something like that, maybe. It's not just the tree chop game. I don't know. What chunk is he gonna start in? Well, I made him his account a normal account. I I forced us to get all the way off Tutorial Island. And he actually did enjoy killing the rat, to be fair. Got more weaponized dots than Limpert. It's not a competition. We all need an asylum, but yeah. So I've been working on this other account. I'm debating on if it's like if it would be wise to mention it or not. Because I'm still kind of formulating exactly how I want it to play out. I don't know if it'll be a series. Maybe someday. I'm recording stuff as if it will be, but I don't know. Okay. So before this, before I played Chunk, I played on a PvP hardcore buzz and got pretty far, and that was pretty enjoyable until it got very stressful. And I was wondering if there's a way to combine Chunk and PvP hardcore. And so I have this account. It's like I feel like PvP worlds haven't been explored at all for chunks, really. Except for like if there's some wilderness chunks out there. But like PvP worlds propose some interesting challenges. There's no random events. There's only 3 members worlds and 1 non-member world. And it would be very easy for if someone is trying to camp you, you don't have anywhere to hide and you'll be on one of 4 worlds, right? But so as a concept, obviously just a concept, if you would want, you wouldn't want it to be where you just always have everything banked and then you do all of your grinds with nothing on so that when people kill you, like, you don't lose anything. It kind of takes the PvP aspect out of the PvP aspect of the account. So like, would there be some sort of concession? Like if it were Ultimate Ironman, then it would be very harsh. You know? So my current theory is that you could do, if I were to do it, it would be a Supreme OneChunk, and every death I would have to roll for a drop table to redo. So that way it like costs you something, but you can still progress, you know? But like if you were to do a UIM, you kind of just lose straight up everything. Anyway, what's my farming level? Sorry, 75. Got it a couple days ago. Yeah, we're getting closer. The spreadsheet says right now we are 27.7%. Hey! You were here. We got the U seed. I feel like it's been forever since I've had a U seed. That takes 1 day off of my spreadsheet. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, that was the other thing. It could drop 1 item stack from the bank. Well, I was thinking, well, what if I always had to keep my most expensive stack on me? I don't know, then it's getting a little bit gimmicky. Like, it's hard because I want to find a rule set where it doesn't feel gimmicky, it feels simple, and it's not too punishing, but it still keeps the PvP aspect there, you know? Will I get to 200 mil woodcutting experience before I get 88? I shouldn't. My spreadsheet says I'll be just at a little over 100 mil. So we work towards that, I guess. And we'll see how accurate that is when we get there, but that's what I'm thinking right now. What if you start in a house chunk and have to build portals to unlock faraway chunks? You'd have to also... So if you were to start in a house chunk, you would also have to buy a house already, have a hammer and saw, and then... So if you have portals to go other places, you'd have to be able to teleport back. Sounds a little hard. Did I get the beaver? Yes, I did. I got it at around 39 million, 38, 39, something like that. Million woodcutting experience. And I currently only have 1. There, I can show that somehow. Yeah. Oh, and where's the tangle root so I can show you guys? I'm not pulling a limpward on you. Yeah, there it is. A cannabis start chunker? Yeah, would be interesting. Yeah. Cannabis. I'm not sure where the chunk borders are, but because it's broken, but oh yeah, that's true. That's raw shark, doesn't it? And I guess you could kill the werewolves for bear meat or whatever. Or just buy the other fish, huh? Yeah. Oh, hey. back, baby. Oh, that's not what I want to hear. The Cubus. The Cubus. Cubus. Don't want to hear that. My condolences. Herblore Quest 2? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're going out of the way to do Rune Mysteries, Priest in Peril, Restless Ghosts, you may as well just do the Herblore Quest 2. Because you never... Well, I don't know. In your Canifist start, would you ever roll, like, would you allow yourself to roll out? Fossil Island, huh? Thank you, Andrew. I was waiting for someone to notice. Yeah, I got it from a mystery box about a month ago or so. One out of 1900 something. Very deserved. Thank you. Yeah, it can roll the rare drop table. My only access to the rare drop table, actually. I have access to the gem drop table, but not the rare one. Yep. Trying to get seeds for farming. It is a great time. Don't leave. Okay, we're good. Do I have a stale baguette yet? No, no. Andrew, if you care to look at the seed stacks from this, you could check out the, in the description, there's a link to a Google Docs spreadsheet, or a Google Sheet. That'll contain some more information about my current seed stacks and historical information about survivals and deaths and stuff. Oh, another thing that happened since last time is daylight savings time. So now I have to get used to my tree growth cycles happen at even like the 06 past even hours and the 46 past even hours and then the 26 past odd hours, which before those had been swapped, so it would be like 11:06 and 11:46 and then 12:26. So it has been a struggle, but I am getting back on top of the farming cycles. Which I think I looked this up before, but doesn't Britain have, or like doesn't Europe have like a different day that they do their daylight savings time? Or am I crazy? Clocks go forward 1 hour in Europe on March 26th. Okay, so we're just different for a little bit. But I don't think that that RuneScape's timers get updated. Good to see you, chopping man. Off to bed. Druidic Ritual, that's the name. Okay. Well, yep, glad you could stop by, and have a good night, CJ. Love the spreadsheet, lots of interesting numbers. Yeah, I'm glad that I've kept up with it. It honestly is probably the most motivating factor that I have right now. Just looking at it, seeing the percentages go up. Total pet chance. No, that's let me see. Let me pull it up. Yeah, that column isn't really marked, is it? But that 1 out of 20, that is the current, like the percentage right above that, converted into like a 1 over kind of number. And that percentage is just the sum of all those total pet percents for all the different types of trees above it, which is not really how... Wait, no. I did it correct. Never mind. But yeah, so what that means is that up until now, all the ones that I've planted, I've had a 1 out of 20 shot of getting it by now. About a 5% chance. Which should mean that, like, in theory, I should have like around a 1 out of 8 chance when it's like fully... When I've planted all of the... Sorry, I can't concentrate with this music. Let me switch to something else. I like this song. Different vibe, but I like it. Okay, yeah, so when I have 8/8 farming, I should have around a 1 out of 8 chance of having gotten Tangleroot. Chunk with Druidic Ritual would be a forever chunk. I mean, you still have to unlock a bear. And really, Druidic Ritual is in 2 chunks, which I can't prove it right now. But there's like 1 chunk border that's like right here. It's like it goes to right here. Yeah, it doesn't go all the way up here. It doesn't give you bears. It doesn't give you chickens or beef. Oh, Canifis start. Never mind. Never mind. Ranging pots. Are there wines of Zami? Canifis? Have I been getting my wines of Zami the wrong way? Is it a drop? Oh, I did not know that. Sean, I can't tell if you're trolling or not. I can't tell. I can hear it. It looks like you should be able to hear it too. Oh no. Am I doing easy clues for a specific reason? Well, easy clues, they can give me a lot of good things. Like, it would be great if I could get the golden apron so I could enter the crafting guild when I unlock it. But the main thing is a better chance at the black axe. So I'm just juggling this easy. I send him at 2 steps. Yeah, I send him at 2 steps because I can't be bothered. Like, I'm doing okay, and I'm okay with the timeline I have, so it'd just be kind of a convenience to get it. But yeah, I'm still juggling beginners and easies until 2 steps. It's just really quiet. Okay, I can't ever tell how loud it's gonna be for you guys. Maybe I'll turn up a touch. Maybe that's too loud. I don't know. Sorry. But sorry to be a bit abrupt, but I do think I'll be ending right about now as well, because my sister-in-law's in the other room and has to get sleep for work tomorrow, and I probably should sleep too. And well, you guys should probably sleep too. But it's been a good night. Good to stream again. Get back on the horse. So hopefully I'll stream more, but I say that every time. So just keep your eyes peeled, everybody. I'm not gonna get the infected. Alright, where's the wave? Alright, goodbye everybody.
I'm a mess, I'm a wreck when I see your face, and I know that you're feeling exactly the same. Let's stop pretending we should stay apart. Try to meet someone new, but they can't compare.